When exactly did he do that? And just where is he kind of at with that sprain?
I talked to him today. It's not bad. I don't remember when he did it, but he's hopeful that he'll be ready to go next game.
And then this isn't really a basketball question, but tonight is Pride Night. Just why is it important to have nights like this at Chase Center?
You think about how far we've come just over the last 20 years. I always think about the fact that in 2008, President Obama, somebody very progressive, could not run on a campaign that supported gay marriage. That was 2008, and here we are 14 years later where pretty much everybody's like, well, yeah, gay marriage is widely accepted. So the only way that happens is through the swaying of public opinion, and the only way public opinion sways is if people are making note of what's important and really publicizing what's important and honoring people who have made important contributions to society. So it's a crucial issue as it relates to just equality amongst human beings. And so I'm really happy that we're having Pride Night tonight.
Steve, do you like these early games kind of mix and match different rotations and see some different combinations? And what are some of the minutes distributions on guys who've had, like Clay, who've had restrictions, and you want to keep building him up?
Yeah, we'll bump it up a little bit, but that's something that we do gradually. So he won't be much more over 20 minutes or so tonight. So a couple minutes extra for him and for Draymond, and go from there.
In the preseason game against them, James was on Jokic a couple possessions, and I think the other night he had Davis for a few. What have you seen from him defensively early on in individual matchups like that, but also just generally his defensive awareness?
He's been much better this year than he was 2 years ago when he was playing, and he should be. I mean, he has so much more experience now. He's had a summer league, he's had a training camp, he's working every single day, he's healthy. So he's starting to feel more comfortable with his role. He understands verticality. He's not trying to block every shot now. And he's got so much physical ability, just his speed, quickness, leaping ability. It's all there for him to be, an excellent defender. So it's fun to watch him progress.
Steve, noticed no shoot around this morning. I don't think you had one Tuesday. Is that something you're trying out? Is that a day by day thing where you're feeling where the team is kind of energy? Why no shoot arounds the last couple of games? It
just feels right this year to have that be our default. I think, winning the championship last year, long haul, short summer, any chance we get to give the guys a little extra rest, we're gonna do that. And so this is, it won't be every night. There will be occasional shoot-arounds, but I think this will be a more regular part of our routine this year.
Going back to Patrick for a moment, he had a collection of nice games in the preseason. Now we're in the regular season, and I know he's a rookie. I know he's the bottom guy in the pecking order. But is there any concern that an injury, early season injury, kind of pauses his way of getting his footing in the league?
No. He'll be fine next week, and he'll be okay.
Okay, short injury, everything.
What's that?
Just this is a short-term injury.
Yeah, short term.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Steve. How are you? I know earlier the Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins agreed to big contract extensions, and we all get into how much the team could cost when those all kick in. How do you keep it all together? How do you keep the focus now on just this season and what's in front of you versus what may lie ahead in terms of this team and restructuring that might have to be done?
We literally do, what you just said. We just focus on the next day, and we always celebrate, individual achievements and accomplishments here. So when those guys signed their extensions, we celebrated that. Those are huge moments for those guys and their families, and that's important. So we want that for all of our players. We want them to become as good as they can possibly be, and then get rewarded for it. And other than that, you just get ready for the next game, and you don't think about next year, because in this league, we could all be gone except for Steph.
Hey, Coach. Denver's trying to reincorporate two of their better players in the lineup. You know a little something about that, having players come back from injury. Everyone kind of expects, hey, when they get this guy back, they're going to be so much better. But what are the challenges that you face when you're trying to reincorporate a star player back into the lineup?
I think it's different for every team based on their circumstances. So, I think for us, we had so much continuity. Getting Clay back was more just about helping him, get his footing than it was any kind of chemistry. I think Denver has had a pretty good run of continuity here over the last 4 or 5 years. And so, and playing with Jokic, those guys, everything kind of runs through him, and he's such a brilliant passer, and, to play with him, the game seems really easy, and you watch them from afar, all those back cuts. I mean, those guys who were injured, they're still going to remember those passes. So they're going to keep back cutting, and, Mike does a great job. They've established themselves as a really good team over the last few years. So I don't imagine that there's going to be, huge growing pains. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder, Raymond. Yeah, you guys probably read the news about Tony Brown yesterday, and just wanted to send condolences to Tony's family. Shocking news a couple of years ago when he came down with cancer, and it's been tough to not see him out there in games. He's a great ref, and he made an impact on this league, and everybody liked him, and he's just one of those faces that you associate with this league and this journey that we're all on. So we've missed him the last couple of years, and the news yesterday really hit home and hit hard for all of us, players, coaches, entire organization. So condolences to Tony's family. Thank you.